FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
We finally have a number to crisply express our peril. Before the Industrial Revolution, the atmospheric concentration of carbon in the atmosphere was 275 parts per million, plus or minus 10 parts per million for all the 10,000 years of the Holocene. So depending on your predilection, that's the Genesis number, the Buddha number, the Shakespeare number, that's the world from which we came, okay? On comes the Industrial Revolution. We begin to burn coal and gas and oil. That number begins to mount, but we never know just where the red line is, and given human nature, we always hope that it's a little further out in the distance so we can get to this problem and deal with it, or really rather so that our children can get to this problem and deal with it and we won't have to. But when the Arctic melts, that tells you that you may have crossed this line already. And in fact, after that sequence of events, many of our best scientists went back to work. An American team led by James Hansen at NASA and his colleagues, really our foremost climatologists, published a paper in January of 2008 that gave us a number. And that number, and it's the most important number on the planet, though we never knew it till 18 months ago, was 350 parts per million CO2. Any number greater than that, they said in the abstract of a peer-reviewed scientific paper, was not compatible with the planet upon which civilization developed or to which life on Earth is adapted. Strong language and a very strong number, especially strong when you consider that we're already past it. We're at 387 parts per million and we are rising. We are not like the guy who went to the doctor and the doctor said, you know, keep eating cheese at each meal and sooner or later your cholesterol will be too high. We're like the guy who went to the doctor and the doctor said, look, your cholesterol is way too high and you're going to have a heart attack. You better hope you get it down before the heart attack happens. Well, we are having the heart attacks. That's what it means when all of a sudden your rivers start drying up or your Arctic starts to melt or whatever it is. We have to get it down. And 350 is not a magic talismanic number, you know. 351 does not represent damnation and 349 salvation. In fact, it's doubtless somewhat lower than 350 that we'll need to go. And we talk always about less than that number, but it serves as a rallying point to understand the predicament in which we find ourselves. It tells that number. It tells a story.